Major administrative or technical hiccups have been experienced so far as the Independent Electoral Commission winds up the registration of candidates for the August 3rd municipal polls. The deadline for the submission of candidate nominations for all political parties and aspiring independent candidates is at 5 p.m. today. The IEC says nominations may be submitted by hand at local IEC offices in the municipality where candidates will be contesting the elections, and for the first time, nominations may also be submitted online. The IEC says this option has proved popular, with 37 political parties having registered to use the system, and more than 53,000 candidates contested the 2011 municipal elections, including 754 independent candidates. Well, earlier we spoke to our reporter Aldrin Sampier to tell us more about the IEC's online candidate nomination system.
We're going to be joined right now by the Deputy Chief Electoral Officer, Mabula, just to give us an update with regards to that. And remember that the political parties that we have been speaking throughout the day since 10 o'clock this morning about their experience going through the system, as well as what they're promising heading into these elections as well. But I guess the most crucial thing is the online system, and as we've been indicating, that it's the first time that the online registration system is being used on the continent, and Mabula did indicate earlier on that they tried to ascertain whether this is the first time this is happening on a global level. Asai, thank you again for joining us. We've been speaking to various political parties. They've raised issues around the glitches that they've experienced. What do you guys have to say from your side? Any problems that you have picked up?
Well, there's been minor glitches, but as you'd expect, any system new will have glitches, but not anything fundamental so as to imperil the ability of parties to make the submissions they should.
Just in case a party might argue that they have been disadvantaged because of the glitches that they've been experiencing, like let's say 5 minutes before 5 o'clock, that still means that I have 5 minutes to submit, and there's a glitch, and they come and they argue to the IEC that, listen, I couldn't vote because of the glitch that you had in your system. Is there any leeway or window for them available?
No, there is none. We've got to treat everybody equally and ensure that everybody plays to the same rules. So 5 o'clock is applicable to everybody. The types of glitches we've had are not profound. We are helping all those parties that are indicating glitches, and they've been resolved. So 5 o'clock, it's a legal requirement that we have no option but to observe.
And if you just assess the system so far since it's been introduced, would you say that it has been a success so far?
Oh, profoundly. It has been a resounding success, because we've been able to depopulate the traffic in our local offices. We've reduced the level of human intervention in the process. We've given parties the authority to manage their own lists. We've given them the ability to pay on the system rather than to bring checks, and we know that the handling of checks can be a treacherous experience. So all those things are positives that we are drawing from the process.
And at the moment, in terms of the numbers, any confirmation that you can bring through any political parties that are done with all the submissions, as well as independent candidates?
Some independents done, but not any figure that is worthy of mentioning here. And political parties are still busy, even as we speak, doing the last-minute capturing and the uploading of the documents that they still need to do. So nothing complete at the moment.
Okay, Mr. Mamabula, I'm going to try and push this one on you. I'm going to try and push this one. The representatives from the political parties standing right next to you, Black First and First, are saying that you guys are refusing to have them register.
No, we're not. There are certain prescribed minimum durations that must be observed. In their present case, you've got to observe 14 days before the application can be considered. That 14 days is necessary to allow for those who may have an objection against the registration of the party, and there could be a number of reasons. Amongst others, it may be that the logo resembles that of an existing party, and so on. So you've got to give all those people an opportunity to raise objections, if any. So in terms of those time frames, that application may only be considered on the 10th of June.
Finally, they say that they will be going to court to challenge the decision that the IEC has taken.
Sure. I think that's how a democracy works. Perhaps it may be that the court feels that they are in the right, in which event they'll be entitled to be registered.
Thank you so much. That is the Deputy Chief Electoral Officer of the IEC, Simon Mabula. And right next to him, as I've indicated earlier on, are representatives of Black First, Land First, and Andile Mqitama, the leader of the party, is joining me right now. You have now decided to go to court to challenge this decision, and we heard an explanation there that actually you need 14 days to allow other parties to raise objections as well.
Firstly, the Independent Electoral Commission has treated us very, very badly. For almost 2 weeks, they've not spoken to us. Up to yesterday, this morning, I've been calling to find out what is the status of application, and they've not been providing that. We've just been told now that some letter which repeats what Simon Mabula says now has been sent to us. Now, you know, SAI does not say something which is very important, and that is no one knows when the timetable is going to be announced until the minister gives the proclamation. Now, we have applied before the minister had made the proclamation for the election, which is the official timetable and time for elections from when, you know, stuff can happen. So in the absence of that, no date, no one can know, there's no law, there is no policy, there's no warning, even in their own website, which said the minister shall proclaim on the 23rd, nothing like that. So we, as a movement, had just gone to a conference where we resolved to participate in these elections, and we applied as the law prescribes. Today we're being excluded. We believe that it's unfair. We believe it goes against the fundamental rights to participate. And administrative requirements such as this should not, under any circumstances, block anybody from participating in the election. So BLF believe we're being banned.
Really sorry to stop you there because we are running out of time, and unfortunately we're running out of time. As you know, that this is a live coverage of the registration that's currently underway, but we will be following this story quite closely with regards to the BLF's decision to challenge the IEC's decision that it not register to participate in these upcoming elections.